Hey everybody, it's a beautiful day today. It was supposed to be hot and sunny like yesterday, but it's been real cloudy. It's supposed to rain all next week, but we're supposed to have another 2 days of sun here, but it's been perfect all day. So I'm gonna start a fire today with some flint and steel. I've had this thing forever and I was like, you know what? I'm saving it, but I don't even know if I can start a fire with it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna try these three. We've got, this is off of a cotton tree, and it's the inner bark as well as the outer bark, and should be much like an aspen, which I've heard is a good fire starter. Everybody knows these, dry pine needles. And finally, this stuff, old man's beard. So we're gonna see what's the best fire starter. And I'm gonna start with what I think will be the hardest, which is the inner bark, then move to that, and finally the old man's beard. And it might be called something else other places, but so I'm just gonna go ahead and start trying and move on down, and then once it does get started, I'm gonna see how each one burns, and we might do a small fire. All right, so here it is, old man's beard. You can usually find it on the inner side of these trees, and so it's usually dry. Even if it's raining, if you can come under a tree and find some, you'll be able to get some drier than other stuff kindling or fire starter. All right, so I just peeled some of this inner bark off, and I've got it here, and I think this is what's going to be the easiest to start it with. And I'm just doing this to really break up the fibers. Let's see. And I'm a horrible fire starter, so if I get this thing going, that means it works. Let's go here. I'm sure I'm doing this all tons of the wrong ways. All right, it's actually starting to show something unlike the others. So I'm gonna try to keep going at this one. And I'm gonna do some of these shavings too and see how that works. I think you wanna do them small. So I'm just barely doing this. Oh! Sweet. So I think it's easiest to get it started with that, but then these pine needles can really just take it off. And let's see about our bark. See if it goes. Yeah, so it looks like that would have been pretty hard to get it going with. It's taken much longer than I thought it would with that. All right, got it going. First fire without a match. I did mess up though, because I wasn't really planning on starting a fire, and then once I started I was like, I better do it, and I didn't have the proper sizes going up, but it's going now. And you can see I've got those small ones, medium, and now I've got these ones that I'm gonna put in. And I didn't realize how important that was gonna be to start building up in size, especially when you're just starting with just a little bit of something. But it's going now, and I think that's the only suggestion I would make. So obviously the old man's beard was definitely what to start with. Then the pine needles were like perfect for once that old man's beard got going. They just took off and ignited. And it's easier to access those too. But then the bark obviously was much slower to start, but would actually hold it. So I threw everything in there and kind of made a few mistakes with not having things prepared, and it was that bark, just strips like this, that were what kept it going and kept it really continuing to burn. So there we go. That's all I got for today. Here we're going. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this, please give me a like and a follow. And as always, we'll see you next time.